Okay, I'm back. Um, when we talked in our first unit about the philosophy of music and the definitions of music that you were all very skillfully putting together, one of the things that you described as an element of music was the ability to communicate, and this idea of consonance and dissonance is part of that communication. You could say that consonant notes reach a certain part of your psyche. It reaches you on a very primal level. And this, I think, is a physiological response that you have to pretty sounds or to violent sounds. Your physical body is going to respond differently to those two sounds. So composers use this to communicate. As I think I said in one of my comments, you can't communicate a laundry list or a grocery list with music unless you maybe use Morse code, which we're not going to get into that. But you can't really communicate text. But what you can communicate to a limited degree is emotion. And if I'm playing this has a certain emotional content to it, where this has a different emotional content. It doesn't say the same thing. And if I were to say, I'm going to improvise a love song to my beautiful wife, and she really is beautiful, but, well, you'll see in a second. Let's say this is a love song to my beautiful wife. Probably there's a confusion there because that set of sounds doesn't connect to the parts of your brain that are associated with love and beauty. So that can be a way that composers can kind of be humorous and playful, which composers often include some pretty funny jokes. Well, they're funny to musicians anyway. And maybe I'll include on this video, or on this lesson, I will include a link to a piece called A Musical Joke by Mozart, and listen to the horn part specifically. And I know we haven't talked about the horn yet, but we will. But the French horn is what you're going to listen for, and I think you'll hear it very clearly. I'm also going to include some links to some other humorous uses of music by composers that I like. P.D.Q. Bach, I'll certainly put him in there. And what I'm talking about is humor with the music, the actual notes, not humor with the text. Where I'm a big fan of that also. People like Flight of the Conchords, Tenacious D, the Smothers Brothers. There's another famous duo that's escaping me right now. But I'm a big fan of that humor in music using the text. But that's not exactly what we're talking about here right now. So I hope this gives you a little introduction to harmony, and I will see you online. Hope you have a good weekend. Bye-bye.